Hey guys, Rob back again with another video, and I just want to talk about something that's really just kind of been really bugging the crap out of me, just bugging the living hell out of me for the past, I would say, 3 to 4 weeks, maybe a month. And that is just the discourse surrounding some of these upcoming superhero movies. And maybe it's a fault of my own, having a YouTube platform, being on social media, you are exposed to all kinds of idiots out there. And I want to use that word idiots because these people are idiots. It's right. Some are fanboying for DC, some are fanboying for Marvel, some are fanboying for Zack Snyder, and all their stories none of them go together. Like they all conflict with one another. Nobody can get their act straight. And it gets to a point where it's kind of insane. Like it looks like the Snyder fans are hating on Superman, and then the Superman trailer hits and there's CGI going on. And then like the Snyder fans are attacking Superman fans. Then the Fantastic Four trailer comes out. And then the Superman fans that were attacked by the Snyder fans are now attacking the Fantastic Four fans. And the Marvel fans are attacking back at it's really a shit show on the internet when it comes to these movies. And Captain America, Brave New World, people just aren't talking about it. The one thing I will say about Superman and Fantastic Four, at least people are talking about these movies. Like they're fighting with each other. It's like, oh, this looks terrible. This looks terrible. This is bad CGI. Why does his eye look like that? Why does the thing look like that? Blah, blah. But nobody's talking about Brave New World. So I think that's actually worse. At least people are talking about these other two movies. Like Brave New World, just like mutually nobody cares. I personally care, but whatever, But so let me just kind of like break down the hypocrisy and the moronic, I guess that's a good term, moronic thoughts from these people, because I honestly feel like these people just don't understand movies or art, and they can like I feel like they think one thing, but they're wrong, using the wrong terminology. Right? As soon as something doesn't look good, oh, that's bad CGI. Like, do you know what CGI is? Do you know the process of CGI? So I'm gonna bring up evidence number one to my little rant video here is the Superman flying TV spot. I've seen so many things go around. This is bad CGI. And I'm sitting there looking at it. I'm like, what's CGI'd about it? You talking about the glaciers behind Superman? Okay. But no, people quickly point out his eyes. One eye's a little bigger. The other eye's a little smaller. His eyes are kind of wide. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, how is this bad? You dumb son of a, oh my God, you dumb cocksuckers. That's not CGI. That's just the lens that they use. Whenever they're doing a flying shot, you have like this whole setup where a camera's put in front of you, much like my camera's put in front of me right now. And what you can do, guys, is you can swap the lenses. And I said this before. You can use a wide angle fisheye lens, which will give you the perspective of the person in front and kind of round it out to kind of give you that flight feeling, which is what they decided to do with this. So if I were to hook up that lens up to my camera, I would do the same thing. And I just want to know, has anybody tried flying at Mach 3 in real life? Yeah, one of your eyes is going to squint, my guy. I'm just saying, right? You're going to have like a big eye, a little eye going, like it's just common, okay? Like, you can do it, right? You start having, like, tons of wind coming at you at, like, 3,000 miles per hour. One of your eyes is going to be smaller than the other. Has nothing to do with CGI. I don't understand where people get that this is CGI. I don't understand where people get that this is CGI. Then we get to complaint number two, evidence number two, The Thing. The Fantastic Four trailer hit, and boom, The Thing. He looks phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. He looks just like the comic books, everything. People are complaining about his voice. That, I think, is a valid criticism. Yeah, his voice is like, it took me back a little. Ebony Moss, not Ebony Moss, that's the guy from Thanos. But Eben Moss, who is in a lot of things. He's in The Bear, he was in Girls, he was in The Punisher. He's playing The Thing. And they basically just used his voice, where every other interpretation, it was more grizzled voice. So I think that's a fair criticism. But people look at this and they're like, oh my God, this is bad CGI. So what happens is the Snyder fans are attacking the Superman fans, saying that this is bad CGI, which it's not. Then the Superman fans are attacking the Thing fans and the Marvel fans, going, well, you think this is bad CGI? Look at this crap. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, do you even know what CGI is? Like the whole purpose of CGI is to make it look like it fits in that world. Does this character look like it fits in the world? Absolutely. Do you now I think people confuse design with CGI. Now you can look at this and go, hey, you know what? I don't like the way he looks. Right? It just doesn't, it's not the way I want the thing to look. Okay, that's a design problem, not a CGI problem, you dumb fucks. CGI, the whole purpose of it is to make it fit in the universe of the film and make it seem like it belongs. Nobody in their right mind is going to sit there and tell me, like, this does not look like it fits in that universe. The shading is all right. The textures, the anti-aliasing around the edges, everything is smooth. The whole perspective between the foreground and the background, everything looks fantastic, no pun intended. This is a perfectly good rendered CGI. Now, you might not like the character design, but that's a character design problem, not CGI. So are you following my rant so far? Not CGI, not CGI. People are just throwing the word C. It's like the word woke. Everything is woke today. No. There's different classifications. There's prejudicism, there's woke, there's discriminating, there's like people just use woke. So when something doesn't look right, it's bad CGI. No, it's a lens problem. The director went to use a different lens, you idiots. It's not CGI. It's a design problem if you don't like it. It's not CGI. The CGI is perfectly fine. I just explained in a very detailed reason why this rendering of the thing is fine CGI. So now I got and that's the problem with the internet. The problem with the internet is today everybody can get a microphone and a camera. Like literally you can go to Walmart and you can get like a whole YouTube kit for like $50. So what happens is these fucking idiots out there that don't know a damn thing from their ass in a hole in the ground comes in and they just start spewing stuff. And then we get people like this idiot, Rant, this fucking, what the fuck is this? The CGI it looks like shit. The Fantastic Four flop is incoming. So again, these are the type of idiots that I'm talking about. This is not a CGI problem. It's not. You might not like the design. That's perfectly fine. But that's not a CGI problem. I just explained why the CGI works. You ever watch like a TV show? And I'm just going to use The Flash because that's the first one that pops in. Remember King Shark on The Flash show? Right? The character model looked good, right? He had a lot of textures and whatnot. But when the character moved, it had this uncanny valley look to it where it just couldn't, like, it didn't belong. That's bad CGI rendering because TV budgets are much different than film budgets, you idiots. So when they're doing like the Flash and whatnot, they have to hurry it up because they have like 20 something episodes they have to do. The budget's much smaller, so they don't have time to render it. The character model for a King Shark in the Flash looked good, but when he moved, it just seemed very like stop motion, very kind of clunky, very video game-esque, and that's because it wasn't a very good rendering. The artists did not have enough time to actually smooth out and make it fit into the world. The whole purpose of CGI is to get a character or an object or something that you cannot do or is very hard to do in real life and make it seem like it fits into that universe. This fits into the universe. You might not like the design, it fits into the universe. But you get idiots like this guy who automatically attacks CGI. That guy, he's a fucking idiot. Now, one of my buddies here, and I'm not going to say he's a fucking idiot because he's not. I just think he's mistaken. Fatal J, he's one of the Superman fans I told you that got butthurt because the Snyder fans attacked it and said it was CGI. Again, ladies and gentlemen, not CGI. Well, he got butthurt over that, so what he did, he started attacking the Fantastic Four fans. And he said, for the people clowning on Superman, see what I'm talking about? Superman, now attacking Fantastic Four. I want y'all to have the same smoke for this CGI thing. This looks terrible. Again, this does not look terrible. You might not like the CGI or you might not like the design, but that's not a CGI problem. That is not a CGI problem. I really don't understand why people can't separate the two on what is CGI and what is not. So I actually went back and forth with Fatal for a while, and I tried to explain to him, because I am in fact an artist. I've been an artist most of my whole life. I kind of grew with the talent, and I studied the talent, and I do artistic things. And then I also studied film. So I know how filmography works. So Fatal, I tried to explain to him, hey, you might not like the design, but the CGI looks fine. He wasn't getting what I was saying, so I just dropped the subject and said, cool beans, dude. And then he continues on, and I love how people, literally a 3-second clip of the thing, like this is less than point, like I remember this scene, it was 0.2 seconds in the TV spot, and people lost their mind over it. So Fatal, joining in with all this crap, then posts this whole thing of the thing. This is literally like not even a second worth of footage of the thing actually running in the trailer. It's like 0.3 seconds. It's a microsecond, not even a full second. And then he compares it to James Gunn's Suicide Squad with King Shark is running. So it's a shit show on the internet. These people don't know what the hell they're talking about. Because once again, Fatal is now attacking the Fantastic Four fans because he feels like the Marvel fans are attacking James Gunn. And first of all, I don't see anything wrong with either one of these clips, to be honest with you. King Shark running, that was the director's choice to have it look like that. To be very... Sorry, iced coffee. Throat starting to get a little dry. But this was just a director's choice. Again, King Shark, he might not look super realistic, but he fits within that universe. It's again, people got to realize the difference between CGI and character design, because I actually went back and forth with Fatal for a while, and he actually said the Fan Four Stick thing, the one with Michael B. Jordan, Miles Teller, looks better than this thing. And to me, that's a crime above, like that's you should be locked up for that statement. That is such an idiocracy statement, because if you go back and watch that movie, the CGI on the thing looks absolutely effing awful. Like it's clunky. It doesn't really look like it fits. Now, again, this goes back to, I think you're talking about a design issue. You might like that design. It was a much grittier, hulkier type of design for the thing in the Fan Four Stick movie. So again, I think Fatal is just confusing design with CGI. And I think a lot of people are, because when you start scrolling through the internet and you just start looking at people that are just constantly attacking the Superman pick and the Thing pick and all this stuff, they're all using the keyword CGI. Not one of them motherfuckers know what CGI is. Not one of them. And you would be mind blown if you actually knew what was CGI'd and what wasn't. And this actually comes up to another thing, because I said this a couple months ago when the first pics of the thing hit and they had like this practical suit, people lost their damn mind. And I said, God, it's just a stand-in for the CGI. Oh, long behold, well, who would have fucking knew? Rob knew what the fuck he was talking about, because that's exactly what happened. They had a set character, and the reason why they do these on a lot of sets is so they can get the lighting and stuff on the film and know where the lighting and stuff is going to be. So when they go to CGI, it allows the artists to know where the references is and where to light the character. So again, I don't know why people keep making a big deal of the set photos. They made a big deal about Superman's set photo, and then when you actually see the trailer, you can see that it's tight. They make it loose on set so the character can freaking move, and then they CGI it to make it look tighter. It's not that big of a deal, guys. If you ever see Spider-Man in any of the movies, the webbing is actually like really weird on his costume, and then in post-production, CGI post-production, they milled it into the suit to make it look more natural. It's the way the magic is made, guys. You stop being stupid. Stop criticizing I get it, man. Everybody has a platform now. Everybody wants to get on here and ain't nobody know what the fuck they're talking about. I get it, but it kind of takes the fun out of everything, right? Like I thought this was a phenomenal shot. I knew what the director was going for. I think this is the most comic accurate looking thing that we have ever seen. And then we just have idiots out there like this dude, just completely just, and it's not just this dude, and it's not just Fatal J. It's a plethora. Like the internet is on fire. Everybody's fighting with everything. And I'm sitting there like, why can't nobody just enjoy that we're finally getting back to some solid comic book movies? We haven't had any comic book movies that were really solid for a while. We were sort of in a drought there for like a year or two. And now we got Captain America, which again, nobody's talking about. And then we got Superman, Fantastic Four. Like, these are great movies from two different properties that we can look forward to as fans. And how do we celebrate it? By fucking complaining about CGI, which it's not CGI. It's a shit show. It really is a shit show on the internet. It makes me not want to be on the internet, but I have to so I can figure out like what am I going to talk about? What am I going to do for the day? But it's really just kind of insane. Like the discourse going around and how many people just don't know what the fuck they're talking about. It's just an easy word like CGI, CGI, CGI. And it's not the CGI. You go back and look at like George Lucas's prequel films, and you ever watch the documentaries, like he literally has characters like Jar Jar, and he's just wearing a hat with Jar Jar's head on it. And now today, if you saw a set photo of that, people would be losing their mind, right? The whole creatures on Camino, the characters run around with a hat with a long cardboard cutout of the alien's head. They just use those for stand-ins so they know where the artist can reference the lighting and stuff for the CGI. Same thing happened with the Thing. And that's why I called everybody out. Like, I did this on Storms Live maybe a few months ago, and I told everybody on Storms Live, like, that is just a stand-in. I remember when they were filming Sonic 2 or 3, they had, like, 3-foot-tall Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails, like, characters standing out in the Thing, and people were taking like paparazzi set photos, and I'm like, well, that's just the stand-in. They're gonna add the CGI characters later, which they do almost always when it comes to these type of movies. So this is just I don't know, man. It's just something I wanted to address because people just drive me fucking nuts, man. Like they're just driving me nuts. Like the fact that so many people don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and everybody has a voice now on Twitter. It just goes to show you like how ridiculous people are now. So. Anyway, long rant. Sorry about that. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you didn't, oh fucking well, you can go fuck yourself. I personally just wanted to talk about this because I think it needed to be addressed. Fatal, I love you, bro. Just wanted to kind of throw you out there for reference because you were one of the ones that were kind of like prominent in it, and I'm just using you as an example. Love you. No hard feelings, bro. Keep doing what you're doing. You guys go check out Fatal's channel. He does some funny stuff over there, some good stuff. Sometimes he kind of talks out of pocket, but he kind of knows that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you didn't, like I said, you can go fuck yourself. Later, guys.